Good morning, friends. Welcome to my humble homestead. My name is Trina, and I love to preserve food, grow my food when I can, support local farmers and homesteaders when I can't. Today, I am enjoying my lovely morning bowl of yogurt that I made with you in one of my last videos. Check that out in our pantry challenge that we are doing for the month of August. And today what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the chicken that I have left over and I'm going to make some recipes with it. I'm hoping to make some curry chicken using some of the yogurt, the rest of the broth that I have not canned. I'm going to wash and label my cans and get them up on my pantry. And then if I don't use up all of the chicken, I'm just going to freeze them in individual little bags for future. If I can get to them in the freeze dryer after they're frozen, I'll do that. Otherwise, I'll have them to pull out when I need chicken for recipes. So if that interests you, then please come along. If you're enjoying these videos, please give it a thumbs up and a like. I really appreciate you joining me, you joining this series. I have a plethora of subjects and videos. I'm trying to get them organized in the playlists. So if you have any comments and things that you're interested in seeing, ooh, I have a hair in my mouth. Ooh. If you're interested in seeing, please leave them in the comments below. I am gathering some of your questions for an upcoming question and answer. So if you want to add some of those in the comments, feel free to do that. Otherwise, I am getting them on the other social media platforms. So I'm so happy you're here. Thank you for supporting me in this channel, and let's get cooking. Back, friends, to my humble homestead. I am Trina, and I like to cook foods from scratch that are super easy. Make things from scratch yourselves. Helps you save money, eat more healthily. Today I'm making a rotisserie chicken. It's actually not rotisserie because I processed 3 chickens that I picked up from a local farm. So I'm just using some chickens that I made in my roaster, and then I had canned the broth. You can see that video in the Every Bit Counts challenge. Great. I will link the recipe that I'm going off of below. I am going to make some modifications just because I'm using what I have in my pantry, thanks to some of the other people that are doing the pantry challenge this month. We are trying to clean off our pantries, use what we have, as well as preserve things that are coming in. So here it calls for a cup of yellow onion. I have red onion here. So I also put in, I had some green peppers that I needed to use up. So I put in 1 green pepper. It says 2 tablespoons of neutral oil. So I used olive oil. And then it says a teaspoon of ground cumin. So I'm going to throw some ground cumin in there. I'm going to put just a little extra because, you know, little flavor goes along. I mean, a little extra flavor never hurt. And then 4 cups lower sodium chicken broth. Now, for my chicken broth, I'm going to use the chicken broth that I made. I think I need to grab it out of the fridge. I had a bunch left over, so I was trying to see from canning. This is what I canned. And I do have some left over here that I'm using for recipes. So we're going to do 4 cups of this chicken broth here. And here's my chicken that I'm going to use in my recipe. There, once again, is the broth that I canned. So here we go. I'm going to just add this without sloshing it all over into there. Then it said to add 1/4 cup of masa harina, such as Bob Red Mills. So I just put that in there. It says 2 15-ounce cans of pinto beans. Now I just have 1 rinsed and drained. I have 1, so I'm going to add a can of black beans also. This is kind of where I'm doing some modification to what I do have in my house. And I'm using up these organic beans that have been on my shelf. And I have been getting those on sale. Like if they go on sale at Aldi, I'll pick those up. So I'll put those in there. 1.5 teaspoons of some kosher salt. I'm going to use my pink Himalayan salt. And then a 4-ounce can of green chilies. So we got this can of diced green chilies. I am just going to mix this up here. It also calls for some Monterey Jack cheese, which I don't have. I do have some mozzarella cheese, but I'm going to let this cook and see how it goes with this. So we will show it to you after a while. Goodness, I forgot to add the chicken. So I'm going to put 3 cups of chicken in here. I thought it was looking a little lackluster there, so see if I can do this without splashing too much. There we go. Let's mix that. That looks a little heftier. So, all right, everyone. There we go. We're going to let this cook up, and I will show it to you after a bit. Super simple, super easy meal prep. Hey, everybody. Welcome back. I am going to make this chicken curry here. So what I have going here is I'm doubling the recipe. I will put the recipe below in the description. So I actually put 3 tablespoons of olive oil in here. I added my curry powder. I had red onions. It says to use yellow onions, but I added red onions, and I'm just letting that heat up here. The recipe calls for 1/2 cup of yogurt, and I'm actually going to use a cup because, like I said, I'm doubling it as I'm kind of, there we go. So a cup of yogurt, that's my homemade yogurt. And then it says 3/4 a cup of heavy cream. And I have cream from my dairy. Mix that in there. Ooh, that's looking good. So it says 3/4 of a cup of cream. I'm going to add about 1/2 cup. Yum. How exciting is this? And I put the pepper in there, black pepper. I put just a tiny bit of crushed red pepper in there. And look at this. I'm just going to let this heat a little bit. I cook some brown rice in my Instapot, and I have my chicken. So it just says to put some rice and chicken in a bowl and put the sauce over it. But I'm going to taste it after it just kind of heats together, and I might just kind of mix it together. I'm going to decide what I want to do. I will show you the finished product when it's done. But it smells amazing. Okay, bye. And look at how easy that was. It literally took under 5 minutes. I finished chicken chili with some leftover naan that I made the other day. Then I was pretty exhausted and not feeling well, so I put together an easy chicken broccoli rice casserole. I just used what I had and made some easy cream soup with some dehydrated mushrooms. Mixed it all together with broccoli and rice, topped it with cheese, and then I baked it, and it was homey, delicious goodness. This is what it looked like. So here is my chicken and broccoli casserole. I am portioning these into individual servings, putting them on my Prep for Life trays, and I am going to pre-freeze these. After they're frozen, I am going to freeze dry them and turn them into homemade MREs to have shelf-stable meals. All right, we'll show you when it's done. Thanks, everyone. Be blessed. Have a great day, and don't forget your love.